All right, guys. Book time. Dune. Here's my book. Well, it's not my book. I got it from the library. Luckily, the library had this book because I really wanted to read it, and the library had it right away. That shit was nuts. When I seen it, I was like, fuck. Hell yeah. What a luxury. LA. All right, so this is pages 50 to 60. Now the chapter ends on page 60, so that's pretty damn convenient. Um I gotta be honest, these 10 pages, if you haven't seen my other book, if you haven't seen my other videos, I read 10 pages a day because I'm a slow reader. I'm not an actual reader. I don't think well, I have read a lot of books, but I don't think I'm not sure if I read a whole book ever in my life. But I tried to read this book and I couldn't fucking read. I realized I could only read like 10 pages a day because I was reading it and I was like, I can't understand it. It wasn't like I would read the whole page and I couldn't understand anything. And I was like, dude, I just read it and I could read a sentence over and over again, but it just blank in my brain. I was like, oh my God, what the hell am I dyslexic or what kind of illness do I have? But now I could read 10 pages a day and I could understand it. But there is a lot of detail in the way this guy writes. Frank Herbert, the author. Um, I was really excited. I was really excited to read these next 10 pages. When I read the the 10 pages before that, I was excited all night, and I was gonna read it in the morning. But for some reason, I started playing music and listening to music all day. And then after that, I didn't get to watch a movie, so I didn't get to review any movies. So I didn't watch any movies today, and I just spent the whole day listening to music. Um, so listening to music and cleaning. So it took me a long time to read these 10 pages, and when I read the 10 pages, um, it was very hard for me to read these pages, but um, I think I understand most of it. I'm gonna have to. I'm not gonna do it now, but like if I finish this book, I'm definitely gonna reread it because I have not obtained like the information as clearly as I read it. Um, in these 10 pages, um, we finally get to hear Duke Leto, which is the dad of Paul. Basically, this whole story is revolving around Paul. It's looking like there's more things connected to Paul than anything else, but I think Paul might be the main protagonist. Of course, probably obviously has to be. Um, but every character that they introduce in this book, every 10 pages, they all talk about Arrakis. They all talk about Arrakis. They all talk about the Harkonnens. They have their own opinions and philosophies on them and their beliefs, and everyone has their own personality. And this writer, Frank Herbert, is really good at writing a person's personality and keeping those personalities separate. I know it's one person writing this book, but it feels like every character has a specific personality and is different than every other character. It's almost like before he writes a book, he writes the characters and he says, okay, this character is shy. Oh, this character is dumb. This character is very mean. This character is a jerk. This character is disgusting. Like and he keeps to that character's personality. So he is really good at showing a person's personality. And so I think in the last one, Paul was sparring with some guy, right? And in these 10 pages, Duke Leto walks in, and you can feel the tension change when he walks in. He's a very serious guy, and he's very like, you can tell that he's very worried about Arrakis and going to Arrakis, because every hour that's passing, every day that's passing, their Arrakis is getting closer and closer. We're already like on the 60th pages and they're still not in Arrakis, but they've been talking about Arrakis like since the beginning. And something that I got wrong, or I think I got wrong in the other pages, is that I thought they were in a ship headed to Arrakis. But I read something in these 10 pages that showed that they're not in a ship headed to Arrakis. They're actually in the planet Caladan or Caladan, and there's a ship that's going to take them to Arrakis, and that ship's coming tomorrow. And there are people that already came on those ships and left to Arrakis. So there's people that are Caladans already that left to Arrakis, and stuff like that. So Duke Leto, which is the father of Paul, comes in all serious, and he's like thinking about, okay, I gotta sleep before I get to Arrakis, because by the time I get there, there's not going to be any rest in Arrakis. It's going to be fucking work, 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 and we're going to have to do all kinds of shit. So it looked like he was really stressed out about going to Arrakis. And he got to spend some time with his son, Paul. And Paul barely sees Duke Leto, so I don't know how their relationship is, but he's very serious when it comes to his son, and he's talking about fighting in Arrakis and killing people, and the son's like kind of like fucking around and saying, oh, am I gonna kill people in Arrakis and all that stuff? And the dad's very serious, and he's like, I wish that you didn't have to kill anybody, but if it comes down to it, like, kill that person any way you can possibly can. Like, don't try to be funny about it or anything like that, because killing is serious. And they're talking about how they're going to conquer the Harkonians, because they've already been there for, I don't remember if it was months or years. So they're already in Arrakis mining spices, so they have a huge upper hand. So basically, Duke Leto tells Paul the battle plan is to befriend the Fremen, or the Freemen, however you pronounce it. Befriend the Fremen, which are the sand people that live in Arrakis, and have them create an army. But you know what? The way he was talking, Duke Leto, he was really talking like a king. Like, he wasn't talking to him like, oh, we're gonna be their friends. He was like, oh, it's gonna take us a while to exploit them and to get them to get on our side. So he's basically saying like, oh, we need them to help us fight, but then we're going to, after they help us fight, we're going to like basically rule over those guys too. So it was just like, he was very much like a political leader. So so in reality, he seems like a decent dude, but he is in fact a serious king, so he has to rule over other people. like being someone's slave is not an option to him. He has to be the ruler. So he's talking about, all right, we're going to unite with the Fremen, and we've been talking to them right now and all that stuff, and we're gonna fight the Harkonnen and disrupt those guys and all this crap. And basically saying, well, why didn't the Harkonnens befriend the Fremen? And they said, well, the Harkonnens are bastards. They seen them as like lesser beings, and they just kill them for sport. They don't really consider them a threat. So that's basically it. That's what they talk about in the movie. And they say like tomorrow they're going to. They keep saying that tomorrow they're going to Arrakis, and there's going to be a huge ship that takes them. And the Duke Leto describes the ship. He says this ship is humongous and it's huge, but the space for humans is so tiny in the ship that we're all going to be stuck in like this little room, or like these small rooms, and we're not going to be able to get out of the room for a very long time until we reach Arrakis. So they're going to be stuck in this little room in this huge, ginormous ship that is equipped to take on other Harkonian ships. So just in case they want to attack the ship, they have the means to defend themselves. So shit is getting very serious in this book, and it's barely on page 60, and they have yet to go to fucking Arrakis, and they're still on the planet Caladan. So everything is set up to go to Arrakis, and it's painting a crazy picture. It's painting a crazy picture on the planet Arrakis, the people, the Harkonnens. Like, you don't know what to expect. It's kind of like gets you on the edge of your seats and think, man, how dangerous are these Harkonian people, and how the Freeman gonna act, and how's the planet gonna be, and are they gonna be able to survive? So many questions go into your brain, and it really pulls you into the book. So this book is starting to become a really good freaking book. I really hope I could keep with it and keep um reading this book, because it's actually enjoyable, and I look forward to reading it all, but 10 pages at a time, because I can't freaking if I could read 50 pages, I'll read 50 pages and I'll do a review on it, but like so far I could only do like 10 pages at a time. It's so hard for me, and I think I timed myself, and it took me like 30 minutes to read 10 pages. So that's if I do 50 pages, that'll take me like 2.5 hours, like possibly. So it's very hard for me. I don't know why I read slowly. I want to actually enjoy reading it. That's probably why. So that's my review and my update on the Dune, I mean, not the Duke Leto. Let me see if I could find some stuff here. I'll lift it is rapier. The rapier is a thing that they use to shoot things. And then the other guy's name was Gurney, and the other thing Halleck Gurney. So yeah, it's a pretty damn good book. If you can get it, get that damn book. I went to a lot of thrift stores today, and I tried to look for the Dune book. So I couldn't find it. So I was like, shit. I'm glad my library has it. So that's basically it, man.